Hello. I've had some comments on the video on the concept we dream the world. We dream our world into being. Sorry, I couldn't find the words. um, this is such a beautiful, to me it's such a beautiful concept. To me it is a non-dual concept. I love right now to unpack how um, how shamanism, ancient traditions, sort of mesh and match up with the non-dual teachings. The non-dual teachings are very I would say minimalistic. They're very, very direct in their points, and they're absolutely beautiful, very enlightening. A journey that I have been on myself recently. So I've had two experiences of realization. One that opened my separate consciousness into unity consciousness, and put me on this path towards understanding what had just happened to me, as it happened spontaneously, and I didn't know anything, any concepts, any understanding of. So I tried to conceptualize it. For many years, I was on this journey, this spiritual journey, to try and understand, to find concepts, to find explanations to what had happened to me, and how I could share it with other people. How I could, because I also understood, like, this is everything, and this is all right. Like, this isn't just me. Like, this is us. This is we. This is what we are, right? So I was like, I need to be able to explain this to people, because it's the most amazing understanding, right? And then I had another awakening thanks to non-dual teachings, and it made me understand, because on my journey, I started separating. So I was always able to, as I would call it, access universal consciousness. But I would go, oh wait, I'm just gonna go into the universal consciousness in my mind. I put it outside of myself for a long time. And the non-dual teachings allow me to understand, to fully experience, like, hang on a minute, this is me. Like, this is all there is. There's nothing more, right? And it really put an end to the search that I had been on for years. Because I was like, what? It was that thing, like the thing I was looking for was right here all along, and that's just how it is, right? It's so much more simple than we like to make it. Sorry, I'm like walking really fast. Slow down a little bit. So we like to make it more complicated, a lot more complicated than what it is, because what we are is just experience, right? We're just experience. We are. This is not one of those videos. So I'm not going to go into it. What I wanted to share, though, is that after that realization, I have also come to the acceptance, or exploration, that my being, my experience. So when I have my second non-dualist understanding drop in, and let's also just cover that once we have that experience, I think that for many, the experience becomes, you're in it for a while and it's very visceral and real. It's like the only perspective that you have. And then over time, you go back and forth a little bit. So by habit, you go back into the experience of separateness. And then you're like, wait, I feel shit. Oh, wait, I forgot. I forgot that I'm everything. Oh, there it is again. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, awesome. You go back and forth a little bit. And I have been recognizing that what I always try to follow is my joy, my happiness, my inspiration. When it comes from the heart, when it comes from the place of, shit, I'm everything, I'm everything. Let's play. Like, let's fucking play. And so in my experience, I also experience many different planes of realities, not just this reality here, this physical reality, but I also experience other dimensions where I receive information into my consciousness. And this is, of course, very similar to how ancient traditions, spiritual traditions, were working with their lived reality, right? This is what many shamans have done and do. They speak with spirits. Of course, they have so many different, the shaman is like a doctor, right? They have a lot more than just that. But but they travel in different realities. So as this is something that is natural to my experience, to this experience in this body, if we can use those words, this lived experienced physical body, as that is the reality that I have experienced. I have tried to put tried is not really the right word, but I came to the recognition, because for a long time after my awakening and going a little bit back and forth and establishing in this new perspective, this new understanding of myself, I felt the call to these practices, to this other worlds, and I was getting so much more downloads, so much more information coming in than before. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then questioning, like, but this isn't non-dual. Like, this isn't, like, because I am everything. So like the shamanic practices felt very like gross, right? Like very physical, heavy. And I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that for myself, I see no separation, of course, in anything. When we it is the separate mind that wants to say this goes and this doesn't go. right? Like, like we can use these words, but we cannot use these other words. And, it is the separate mind that wants to, and I'm speaking from myself here, because what I was doing was saying, well, I can't do the shamanic practices, and I can't work with spirits and the earth and earth spirits because it's not the non-dual tradition. Which is like, when I say it out loud now, I'm like, that's weird, that's crazy. But it was the separate mind that wanted to say, yeah, that doesn't go in this reality that you now want to live in, which is the unity experience. Oh, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. And more, and it's the same thing with, I was, whenever I would have like grief, sadness in my body, I would say to myself, come on. I would say, clearly I must not know the truth of who I am because I'm sad, right? And then I started realizing that there are, once again, that was the separate mind. So the more I resisted grief, sadness in the body, the more I separated, went back into separate consciousness. And then I would think, oh, I'm not being awakened now. and then I came to realize, once again, that got hair in my face, that everything goes, right? Everything goes in this experience. And the more that we understand that everything goes in this experience, the more we are integrating, establishing this experience of one being. And this is something that I am still unpacking. Something that I am still finding joy in playing around with on a mental level. This is what I enjoy, part of what I enjoy doing the most. Playing with the mind, playing with perception, thought, ideas. Yeah, come. And trying to integrate this traditional teaching of non-dualism into other traditions. Everything is part of who we are. Everything is created by the same being. All ideas are created by the same being. So nothing is ruled out. Go on. It's just different perspectives of the same thing, right? Like, this is what we're, been talking about with religion for years, right? Like, my religion is right. Everything is right. Absolutely everything is right. So So when it comes to this, is also what I wanted to cover in this little video here, like very impromptu. But what I really came in here to say was that I also found a new way to express the concept of we dream our world into being, which is that a lot more on the non-dual side. Everything that we are is everything that we experience. Everything that we experience is what we are. We are everything. So if I am everything, awareness is everything, then I create everything that I experience. There is no way that I cannot create exactly everything that I experience. Even the things that I try to resist, that I try to rule in my mind as negative or bad, everything is me. It gives me all the power, all the power, all the creativity to dream, to create, to be. And at the same time, it also gives me the understanding that the things that my mind says are bad aren't so bad. They're me. Things aren't so serious. Things aren't so serious. And everything gets to be part of the experience. Because everything is the experience. Everything is I. So we embrace all of it. And this is a slight nod to Tantra as well, which I have realized that this is my personal tendency. The traditional Advaita, non-dual teachings, in my personal experience, are, self-inquiry, quite mental. Making the mind sort of turn in on itself, and until we get beyond mind to oneness, to understanding, being. Personally, I tend to lean more towards the tantric approach, which is I open to everything. I am, after all, let's say again, if I get to use the words, that I am in a body, because once again, this is as well, in its essence, am I a body? Well, I appear to be in a body, right? In whatever. And this body is feminine, so it comes naturally for me to use the energetic experience, to open, to embrace all of it. Embracing all of it makes me fully realize and understand and feel and be everything. Here I am. Done. I am. Yes. Yes. No. Maybe. Yes. 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 Oof. I've been talking for a long time now. And it's all play. It's all play. Sometimes we just get... Ooh, that's my dog. That's my dog. Howling because we came home and she's happy. All right. Satnam, she's agreeing with me clearly. Everything is play. Everything is fun. At least we don't have to make it so deadly serious. So no.